We're going to switch over to the defense right now. And talking about the defensive line, I'll tell you this. The defensive line just might be, I cannot believe I'm saying this after the last 4 years. But the defensive line, ladies and gentlemen, just might be our biggest strength on this team. I can't even believe I'm saying that. I didn't think I would say that today. But, man, I felt good about Yannick Ngakoue and DeForest Buckner. Yannick Ngakoue looked good on Saturday. He got very minimal run. I believe Buckner even got more reps than he did, but he won quite a few reps. He was quick off the ball. Grover Stewart, of course, just talking about the starters right now, he looked solid. He's going to be that nose tackle in the middle, immovable object, stop the run. That's going to be his job. Kwity Paye, what I wanted to see more, okay, but in the first preseason game, I want to hear how these joint practices go and then that dress rehearsal against Tampa Bay. But as for the starting unit, guys, what were y'all's initial takes on how Yannick Ngakoue looked?
I wasn't surprised to see what Yannick's been doing. I mean, that's just what he's looked like the entire camp process. He's just a guy that looks like he's given 110% in camp and preseason when most guys out there are giving like 75% right now. And everybody else will get back to the 100. I just don't think Yannick knows how to turn that dial down. So he's just like that type, just that high motor type of guy. I'm pumped, man. We just haven't had a guy like this in a minute. I mean, we're done with the Al-Quadin Muhammad Edge 1 years, and it might sound rude to just harp on Al-Quadin Muhammad's time here, but I blame the staff more than anybody for him being the number one edge over him. But Yannick, man, he's gonna be fun. He's gonna be the best edge the Colts have seen in a while.
It's just so not to knock the last regime or the last group of guys that was here coaching. Great staff, top 10 defensive unit during their tenure here. But it just was so great to see that defensive line as a whole. The individual play was great, but just seeing multiple guys that can beat one-on-ones and get home, it's just what you like to see, man. And I saw consistent pressure. I know Gus Bradley doesn't blitz a lot. And when your guys are winning one-on-ones, when you're scheming up one-on-ones for your guys, and they're getting the job done because you have multiple guys on the defensive line that can beat one-on-one, then you don't have to blitz. The pressure's still going to be high. We knew the Raiders were one of the best teams in pressure rates, and they rarely blitz. So I just love to see that, being able to drop 7 guys off in the coverage and only send 4 and still get pressure and affect the quarterback. You just got to love it, man. And that's what I saw with the starting unit. And with the backup unit. I know you're going to get to that next, but I just loved seeing guys win, man. It felt like it's been so long since we saw edge guys. We were relying on Buckner as the only legit pass rush threat, and it just took a toll on him. As you can see throughout the season, some of his production goes down to it was multiple games, and we're saying, where's DeForest Buckner? He needs to be this. He needs to be that. Well, he's constantly getting double teamed. It's only on him. If he doesn't get production, then his team doesn't get any production. And so I think it's better now that he's in a much better situation. And we'll see the best version of DeForest Buckner, I think, that we saw since he's came here.
So better than the 66th best player in the NFL?
66, man. So disrespectful, man.
How the hell is he 66, man?
Hey, I don't blame them. Like Rashad said, because of the lack of presence around him last year and the amount of offense attention he got, it was hard for him to have that same impact. I mean, so 66, I think it's just a number to remember this year when there's an edge presence of how good DeForest Buckner actually is.
Hey, man, when we talking about, Rashad talking about winning, especially with the backup unit, first off, let's talk about Eric Johnson, Curtis Brooks, the 2 rookies. I thought they looked solid, that those 2 first steps off the line are crucial. And Curtis Brooks, he looked solid. Eric Johnson looked quick. I liked what I saw. But we about to talk about 2 gentlemen that won the day, that won that damn day. Cameron Klein had the best day for the defensive lineman. The guy was everywhere. He was everywhere. He was getting pressure from the outside. He was stopping the run. He was disruptive. That was a really good performance, man. I want to see if he can keep this thing up going because He's not a starter, so he'll play against Detroit, and we'll see how much run he gets in the rehearsal game. But I was really, really pleased to see this from Cameron Klein, a guy who's been with the team for a little bit. He made some moves on Saturday. He made some moves. He might be coming for Ofidio Dingbo's job right now. So that's all I got to say. And then Ben Banigou, ladies and gentlemen. Ben Banigou, the guy has come, and through the preseason so far, he just looked so natural out there. He looked like he was unleashing, definitely added some muscle to him this offseason. He was quick. He added a few moves. Ben, you think we didn't notice that? He added a few moves. It makes a difference when your development is focused on, it's prioritized, and it matters. It matters. Okay, I'm not gonna go on that usual rant as always, but I'm done with that, and now I'm focusing on what the future can look like with the starting unit and the backup unit. I thought it was a great day from the defensive line all around. Curtis Brooks, Eric Johnson, Cameron Klein. Man, I didn't expect that. Ben Banigou, and obviously the starters looked good.
And the thing about Klein, that I mean, he came here as an interior guy. So he's slimmed up a lot. Like, I don't know if you guys remember what he looked like as an undrafted free agent out of Syracuse coming in, and there was some hype around him a little bit because the kid has talent. But he was an interior guy who looked like an interior guy, if you know what I'm saying. And he looks like an entirely different person. Like, I didn't even know who it was at first when I saw the rep get one. And then I saw the number and I was like, holy crap, that's Cameron Klein. Like you said, he looked impressive. I would be interested to see if he could step into some second team reps, but I mean, him slimming down, and there's just a bunch of pop out this defensive line, man. The first unit, the second unit, Eric Johnson's first step as advertised, right, guys? Like I'm telling you, that is the thing you see in camp with him, where it's like, wow. And there were some guys talking about it a little bit because he did a bunch of those different showcases through the draft cycle as a smaller school guy. So he was kind of going to multiple different places to get some attention on his name a little bit. And I can only imagine what that first step was doing to some small town kids, man, some small school kids. I just would hate to have been the offensive coordinators trying to plan for those kind of things, man, playing him. I'm excited for him. I think Curtis Brooks has a role he can win here as well. And we can talk about Ben Banigou, a TCU guy me and Mike will agree upon here. I just think Ben looks like he belongs in a Leo spot, man. Like, I just think that spot is perfect for his skill set. And this is the year, man, for him. It's show out, or this is it for the Colts tenure with him. So I'm excited to see what Ben does, because I think he has that backup Leo spot in his grasp right now and a firm hold on that spot. So I really think that he's going to have the highest snap count in his career for sure.
So real quick before you go, Rashad, not to get ahead of the topics here, but live from training camp today was Destin Adams. And I quote, a tweet that went out: Ben Banigou beats Best's rookie Ryman on multiple reps. Ben's get off is looking impressive so far in camp. So the hype around Ben Banigou is real, and I just wanted to keep it going, especially with Cameron Klein, man. That guy, keep that stuff up, man. Rashad, what you got on this defensive line?
Man, it's been such a long time where you could call out multiple guys. You know, I alluded to it earlier when I was speaking about the starters, but the backup guys played better than starters, you know, playing against their peers, you know, other second and third string. A couple of guys popped. Eric Johnson, like he spoke about, that first step, man, is explosive. He is a freak, you know, as far as his athletic profile, still a bit raw. But once he puts it all together, this guy has high upside, man. And I think that's what the coach see in him. Coach just would like to get their hands on him. He's like that ball of clay, you know, you want to mold. And I think they can turn him into something special potentially. Curtis Brooks is the polished guy. He looks like it out there. He looks like he's ahead of where any other rookie would be playing in their first game. He's beating guys. He can win from multiple spots. He can win inside. He can win outside. Banigou, veteran here now, you know, third year in the system. he 4th year in the system. Well, going into his 4th year in the system. Freakish athlete, like I always talk about coming out of college. And now the Leo position has really unlocked him. It's really allowing him to pin his ears back, not have to worry about any run responsibility initially. Just go get after the quarterback. Just go, Ben, because that's what you do best. That's what he does best. He's learning moves. He's getting better with his hands. I've watched him develop over the last couple of years. He's a guy that's ready, I think, to take a step. And we know Gus like to rotate a lot, man. So these guys are going to play a lot. It's not like these second string guys are guys that's just here for a breather to know. These guys are going to get rotated early and often because you like to keep a fresh pass rush. Gus Bradley prioritizes that. He don't want Yannick reaching a certain amount of snaps. You don't want DeForest Buckner going over a certain number. Dio, we know is going. He had an explosive day, as we saw on the advanced metrics. It's a couple of guys, man, that have a real opportunity to make an impact. The other Dangbo, I don't want to forget about him as well. He played decent as well. There was a run play that he lost contain on earlier on the first series, but that was kind of like the defense just getting the jitters out early in the game. Once they settled down, they made a big stop in the red zone. That was surely good to see. The rest of these guys are really, really playing well and looked very productive out there Saturday against the Buffalo Bills, man.